Hey everybody, Leo DeSell. I'm glad you're tuning in. This is Phil Schmitt with Schmitt Insurance, and today we're going to go over the ins and outs of homeowners insurance and flood insurance. So, Phil, why do we need homeowners insurance? What's the importance of it?
Well, for one thing, if you're getting a mortgage, your mortgage company is going to require you to have insurance on the home to protect themselves, also to protect you if something does happen.
What does it cover?
Well, the basic coverages on a homeowner's insurance is obviously the structure. That's usually coverage A on an insurance policy. Coverage B would be other structures. That's basically any structure that is not attached by the roof line to the house. Coverage C would be your personal property. That's basically your stuff in the house. Okay. If you were to take your house, turn it upside down and shake it, anything that would fall out would be personal property. That's coverage C. Okay. Coverage D would be loss of use. So let's assume there's a fire in your house and you can't live there because your kitchen's burned up. Well, then your insurance company under coverage D, loss of use, pays you to live somewhere else while your home is being repaired.
That's important.
Yes. And then coverage E would be liability, personal liability for your premises. So if somebody's walking by, trips on a tree root and breaks their leg and tries to sue you, then your personal liability coverage would cover you for that.
Do you have to have all of those?
Well, all of them are basically standard with a good homeowner's insurance policy.
Got it.
So,
does the mortgage, that lender, require you to have those standards, everything, the liability, and?
They're worried about the rebuilding the house.
Right.
You know, that's what they're loaning money against.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily care if you get sued, but they want to insure the structure, which is where their money is tied up.
Because they really own that home until you pay it off.
Yes, in a way, correct.
So the most common things that we see and find is roof issues. You know, it's wind, hail. I mean, those things, you know, damage that roof dramatically. And so, you know, if there's a bad hailstorm, and very first thing, I mean, it's covered by that, right? The homeowner's insurance.
Right. One of the things that the lenders always ask me is hail damage and wind damage included? That coverage, if that's included. And of course, we always include it in every policy that we write. That's one of the advantages of going with my company is you're going to get a good insurance policy if we do the shopping for you.
Yeah. So you sit down with that homeowner or that soon-to-be homeowner and you go over the ins and outs of what the coverage is and compare it to others. You go apples for apples on it, right? Right.
Well, typically after I get all the information needed to provide a quote, when I do my shopping, there's several different carriers that I use that are good A-rated carriers that I can do my shopping with. And sometimes in different areas, depending on the price range of the house and different factors, some carriers are a better fit for the buyer than others, depending on the age of the house sometimes, or if it's got a hip roof versus a gable roof, or if it's made out of wood, or if it's made out of stucco or brick. Those are all factors that determine the rates of each individual homeowner's policy. Yeah. So what carrier may be the best fit for you in your subdivision may not be the best fit for me in my subdivision.
And so for a newer construction, it's obviously cheaper, would you say?
Typically, newer construction houses are the most sought after by the insurance carrier, simply because everything is new. Right. There's less of a chance for something to go wrong in the house.
So it's all about risk. It's all
about rating the risk for them.